tell while we dive into her story and talk about how cheerleading has made a difference to her. So, to get started, how long have you been doing cheer?
So I've been cheerleading since I was in 7th grade, so probably, 11, 12, and I've cheered ever since.
What does cheer mean to you personally?
Oh geez, to me it's a sport. To me you have to be an athlete, and that's much different from what most people view cheerleading. Most people view cheerleading as not a sport, as girly girl on the sidelines, looking cute, jumping up and down. For me, it's every aspect of cheer is a sport in how you do it.
Oh, I love that. What's your competitiveness like?
Oh, I'm very competitive. I don't like to lose, although I am second place queen, so sadly, but it's not horrible.
All right. Which one did you do first, dance or cheerleading?
So I cheered first. I started cheerleading in 7th grade, and I moved down to Florida. I'm from New York. I moved down here and went to Wellington High School for 6 months my sophomore year. They had already had cheer tryouts, so I tried out for the dance team. So that was the first time I was ever really exposed to dance. I went back to New York to finish school, cheered again, came back down for college, cheered at Palm Beach Community College, went to FAU. FAU, you had like big tall guys and little itty bitty girls. So I went to dance again. So I danced at FAU for a few years, and then I coached cheer and dance there.
And which one do you enjoy more? And is there a reason why?
Oh my gosh. I love both. I kind of go through my moments where I want to do dance and then I want to do cheer. But most people that know me would say my heart is definitely with cheer. I've been doing that since day one. And I mean, both are super athletic, both are very competitive. But I think probably I lean towards cheer.
And what inspired you to be a coach?
Oh my goodness. So I had to say my college coach at FAU on the dance team, Anissa, she inspired me. We called her Mama Nis. She was a friend as well as a mentor. So she actually had me work as her assistant dance coach at FAU. And I just kind of wanted to strive to be like her. And then they had me take over cheer at FAU as the head cheer coach. Yeah, it was fun. And then when I started working in education, I was at Palm Beach Gardens, and they needed a dance team coach, so I coached the dance team there. And then I came here, and I still say I think the only reason I got the job here was because of my cheer and dance background. I don't think that's really true, but I do. So I've gone through stages of coaching where I kind of wanted to be their friend and be the cool person. And now I just really want to be their mentor, and I want to teach life lessons, and I want to teach them the love of cheer and how to be athletes. And so that's kind of what drives me now.
What's one lesson that you would say maybe stuck out to you from your previous coach?
From my previous coach?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I think the biggest one is, and it's funny because it has nothing to do with cheerleading or dance, but just to live life and enjoy it, live out your 20s, because obviously I was in my 20s in college, and just live out your 20s, and the rest of your life will be there, is yet to come. Just do everything you want to do while you can, and then when you're ready to settle down, you can.
What is the best part about being a coach and the most difficult part?
The best part is, for me especially this year, is teaching a bunch of kids who the majority were pretty new to the sport, teaching them how to do it and to have a passion and a drive to do it. That is, I said this year has probably been the most rewarding year of my coaching career. As far as the most difficult, it's getting kids to understand that cheerleading is a sport and to put it first like any other sport. You know, a lot of times they'll be like, oh, I have this to do and I have this to do, and when are you going to make the commitment? And the moment they made the commitment this year is the moment that they came together and became state runner-up.
Was there ever a time in your coaching career where you wanted to stop?
I did. I retired 2 years ago. My son, I had my son, he's 7 years old, and I always say, like, he made me soft. My former cheerleaders always come in and they're like, Coach L, when did you get so soft? When did you get so nice? And I have to say, once you have a child and you think about things from a parental aspect, I do things a little bit differently, and I'm just softer in regards to who makes the floor and who doesn't. So I thought my time was up then. And then COVID happened, and I felt super bad for the kids. So I came back last year, and I'm still here.
What is the type of connection you and your team have?
I'm more like a mom role. I would love to, like I said, teach them life lessons and to have fun with them, but also know that I'm always there for them no matter what.
And considering that you had such a new team and you guys made it all the way to states, what was it like watching them perform?
Holy cow. It's stressful all year round. It's, you know they can do the skills, but they never hit all the skills together in the routine until at prelims. They hit everything until the very, very end. And then they did it again in finals, and it was just, there's a picture of me, they stilled it, where I'm like completely in the air jumping up and down. It was amazing.
How did it feel to come in second place in the state?
Amazing. I mean, there's teams that I've had that like we thought we were going to be first place. So sometimes it's disappointing. That's why I say I'm the second place queen. Even at FAU, we were second place by like 0.03. But as far as this team, our goal was to make states, and we did it. And then our goal was to make finals, and we did it. So anything after that, no matter what, we knew we were the top 4 teams in the state. So the fact that we came in second was just absolutely amazing.
That's awesome. And for a little background, so I heard you were in a movie. What movie were you in, and what did you do?
Stop. That's shady. I was in Any Given Sunday. It's a movie about football with Jamie Foxx and LL Cool J and Al Pacino and countless others, Cameron Diaz. I was casted as one of the extras. We were extras, but not. We were like higher end extras, if you will. So we got to hang out with the celebrities and where they ate food and whatever. So I was casted as one of the cheerleaders for one of the teams. And then they liked me, so they asked me to do additional roles. Oliver Stone was the director. He asked me to travel to Texas or Arizona, wherever the next filming was. But I didn't, because I was committed to FAU dance at the time. And a good friend of mine that was in the movie, he also invited me out to LA, but I didn't go. So
you'd say cheering for them was a lot of fun?
Yeah, I mean, that was fun. I became good friends with one of the stars of the movie, and it was fun.
That's great.
Please don't go watch it. You'll never find it. You have to like do really slow motion to find it.
You sort of mentioned like how you got your job here, but how did you become the coach at Seminole?
So I interviewed for an English position. I was a substitute over at Palm Beach Gardens High School, and I applied to the English position here, and I got hired. That like literally within 5 minutes of leaving here, they called me and offered me the job. Only to find out later that very quickly my resume got to Coach Dickman. She was the original cheer coach here. Her husband was the football coach. And she saw my cheer and dance background, and I think she waited all of 4 days before she attacked me. I was in a room across from her, and she said, "Hey, you want to be the competition cheer coach?" I'm like, "Well, I'm coaching at Gardens, so I have to wait for that." So I did the following year.
And how did cheer come to you personally? Did it come more naturally? Like, how did you get the basics of it?
I mean, I cheered in 7th grade for the private Catholic school that I went to. So I guess it kind of came naturally. I'm super peppy and bubbly, and I like to smile. And so that part of it came to me. But then once the stunting happened, I fell in love with stunting.
That's great. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk with us today. Well, that's it for WSRH Talk. I'm Blake Waterman. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Seminole TV on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I talk a lot.